this section, I want us to go ahead and see what elements are defined at the campaign level and what we have at the campaign level. The image you are seeing again is the account, campaign, ad group, keyword, and ad extension in Google Ads. The things that are defined at the campaign level, and you need to know, the first topic you learned before was that budget is not equal to cost and it is not equal to balance. This is defined at the campaign level, meaning if we want to set the daily spending limit, we need to define it at the campaign level. And the next point, guys, is location targeting. What does location targeting mean? It means where I want to display, now what it is, and whether the IP is considered or not, and so on, we will discuss later in the topics. But know that if I want to target a specific country, a specific location, or a specific region, I address it at the campaign level. Guys, location targeting with this in the disable model, which websites I want to display on, and so on, is completely different. I don't have anything to do with placement right now. The topic I'm discussing is location targeting, which is a matter of geographical targeting. Here, we are actually focusing on the role of geography. And let me tell you something right here. Unfortunately, guys, we cannot exactly target or exclude Iran, so to speak. Excluding means to remove it from targeting. This area of geography is like a hole on the map and seems not to exist. Therefore, you can't see it in location targeting. What should we do? We will discuss this issue further and talk about the techniques we will use to be able to. So, we understood the level of location targeting here. Guys, when I say this, review it in your mind. The topic I mentioned, if I want to find spices, I don't go to the bathroom to get them. Then where do I find them? In the kitchen? If I want to find shampoo or a loofah, I find them in the bathroom, right? Or, for example, I don't know, a mobile. The TV is placed in the living room or reception area, and the bed is, for example, in the bedroom. These are things you need to arrange in your mind so you can model and see where everything is, not just to memorize it, but so you don't run into problems when we go into the dashboard. Please, I urge you again, make sure to note down all the details exactly. Because when you are executing, you should have them next to you to read and implement. Even if you know them, please, I urge you to note everything down in your notebook. Well, the next point and the next setting we have is actually device language. Why didn't we deal with language? So that it settles in your mind, kids. Write down the language I'm talking about. This is not about the typing language for me. We target that somewhere else. The language I'm talking about is the browser and device language of your users. This means we specify, for example, I tell you that your keyboard on your phone might be in Persian, English, or even Arabic. But your device and browser have a different language. For example, my phone is actually set to English mode. I might use a Persian keyboard, but the phone and browser themselves are in English mode. So what I'm saying is for your targeting, which is activated at the campaign level, and I'll tell you later how to find it and set it up, specifically where you need to go in the dashboard. Remember, where it's located on a superficial level. And let's not forget that the user's keyboard and typing are not the issue here. It's about the browser or the language of their device. The point is, if you remember, I'm having a flashback here, that the account is not based on balance. What does that mean? Guys, your colleagues were saying that the petty cash is something you define in the system. It has nothing to do with the current limit of the petty cash or the daily spending allowance. It doesn't matter how much money is currently in the petty cash account. It's about whether I have permission to spend it. If I don't have money, I recharge it again. So consider these as separate from each other. Budget is different from balance and costy, and they are not related to each other at all. It doesn't matter. Whether your account is charged with 10 liras Or 10,000 liras, your budget can be 1,000 liras per day. This means your daily spending allowance is 1,000 liras. That's why I say it has no dependency on your account balance or account recharge. To clarify this further, I would put it this way. Then, when your account is consuming, your account is spending, and clicks are being made, naturally, the account's charge is decreasing. If these two were related, you would have to manually lower the budget repeatedly, but they are not related to each other. So, you set your account budget without worrying about how much the account is currently charged. In any situation, if the charge runs out, you recharge it. Again, that's the point. So let's review the campaign, ad group, and keyword sections. I want to clarify what else we define at the campaign level. Guys, at the campaign level, because the budget is defined at this level based on our profitability and the importance of our products or services, we categorize our main services and products at the campaign level. For example, suppose I have a shoe kit with a uniform profit margin. My targeting and budgeting are uniform, and my overall budgeting is uniform. I don't separate it to say, let's create different campaigns. Of course, as we move forward, it will depend on whether I want to focus more or allocate a specific budget to certain keywords, etc. In a specific ad group, I can create the ad group. Instead of adding it to an existing ad group, I create a separate campaign and an ad group for it. Just keep this in mind for now. I won't delve into it further. Later, I'll discuss its strategy more. For now, it's just to understand that at the campaign level, we categorize our highest level of products and services. Imagine that I have, for example, a cosmetics and perfume store. I launch a general campaign for my surroundings. Maybe someone suggests a strategy where I create a separate campaign for each of my brands. There's no divine revelation here. The strategy is up to you. But generally, to shape your mindset, I separate campaigns for the three main services to allocate a specific budget for them. So, what are the next steps? Then we move to the lower levels, which are the ad groups and keywords. In the next video, we'll explore what the definition of an ad group is, how the categorization is done, what the keywords are, and how we should separate and categorize the ads.